at Jimmy Robertson Field on the campus of San Pedro High School. Welcome, everybody, to KLCS Sports presentation of girls softball. LA City section Marine softball, and it is a huge rivalry today between Carson visiting the Pirates of San Pedro. Along with Darius Jackson, I'm Lou Stowers. Thanks for joining us on KLCS Sports. And Darius, what a big game we've got here against Carson, the juggernaut, against San Pedro, trying to upset the apple cart.
Absolutely, and you're talking about playoff implications on the line here. Carson looking to go ahead and lock up the Marine League as well as the Southern Division here. But don't get me wrong, though. San Pedro, they're a good squad here. It's just Carson. Well, they've just been wiping out the Marine League, outscoring the whole entire league 100-6. But a little bit of encouraging side for the Pirates. They scored half the runs there on the 6 runs allowed. So the Pirates are going to be putting up a fight, and look for both Briannas to go ahead and set the tone for the Pirates.
And a huge pitching matchup as well for Carson. That young lady can really get it done right over our shoulders.
Absolutely, and the thing about it is that she had 15 strikeouts last time that they faced the Pirates, and it's definitely going to go ahead and be an uphill battle when it comes to pitching and batting on the offensive side for the Carson. This is why they're the juggernaut. They can go ahead and pitch, and they could also go ahead and score a lot of runs. So, yes, the Pirates do have their hands full, but, hey, it's a beautiful day for an upset if you ask me.
It sure is, and also the wind is blowing out, so maybe we'll see a couple of bombs today as well. It's the Colts. They're undefeated in Marine League action at 8-0 against the Pirates. They're 6-2 in Marine League action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the opening pitch and the starting lineups on KLCS Sports. So 3-1 is the count. And the first base runner of the game is Chanel Sablon with a walk. So let's go over the defense in the outfield for San Pedro. The Pirates dressed in their home whites with the black and gold and then the pink, and Darius will explain what that's all about, as I'm sure you can imagine what that is. Priscilla Andrade is the left fielder. Sofia Gomez is in center. First pitch is a strike to Ariana Herrera. And then Kiara Murillo is in right field. From third base to first base is Sierra Sandoval at third base, and that's a foul ball. 0-2. Taya Reyna is the shortstop. Jojo Kraus is at second, and at first base is Brianna Talamantes. And Anessa Orios swung on and missed, and down goes Herrera for the first strikeout of the game. And on the mound, it's Brianna Velasquez.
It's a good way to go ahead and respond. Good way to go ahead and respond after allowing a leadoff walk there, getting ahead on the count, and giving her first strikeout of the game.
Here's the first baseman, Taylor Edwards, and she fouls this one off. Well, she looks like she can send this a ways.
Taylor Edwards also, other than Chanel, she as well is batting over 500 this season, and they're not a big home run team, but she is leading the team in home runs with 4 on the year.
Pitch is up high. So it's 1-1 to Edwards. And the rule in softball is the lady on base cannot attempt to steal or get off until the pitch has been made. The pitch leaves the hand. And that one goes foul. So it's 1-2.
It's a good opportunity for Velasquez to get Edwards out here being ahead of the count.
And there down goes the runner to second, and she steals it. Sablon does. So a runner in scoring position for Edwards. On deck is Natalie Davila. Strike 3 called. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. And 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking for Velasquez. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Natalie Davila.
Good release there. Edwards caught looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Velasquez, and that's a go-ahead. That's a good way to go ahead and attack this lineup here early on.
So 2 down, a runner on at second, and Sablan. Davila, the shortstop at the plate, looks at a fastball right down the middle. Right down 17th Street.
Absolutely delivering right now.
Fouled off.
And
Good
once
cut.
again, she's ahead of the count for the 3rd straight batter. After the leadoff walk, she's in position to go ahead and put this one away. And what Coach Dober emphasized pregame is that they want to go ahead and set some early doubts for on the Colts side. Pirates need all the momentum.
Strike 3 called, and down goes Davila and the Carson Colts. And that was a beautiful pitch right at the knees, as we'll get a look at this one. 3 strikeouts in the inning. And let's take a look at this from Velasquez.
A little bit on the inside.
Man, that caught enough of the plate for Clarence Dewberry to call strike 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 1st as Carson Colts get no runs on no hits, and they leave a runner. San Pedro coming up against Ashley Weiss on KLCS Sports. Back here at Jimmy Robertson Field, it'll be Tiara Reyna, Anessa Quiroz, and Brianna Velasquez to face Ashley Weiss, 17-4 on the season with a 1.91 ERA. And she is muy caliente en fuego, hot.
Last matchup, as we said in the pregame, 15 strikeouts against the Pirates. So expect you to go ahead and bring the heat for today's game. What the Pirates got to go ahead and do is attack early on.
0-1 to Reyna. She looks at a ball high. 1-1. That one's high. 2-1. Calling balls and strikes is Clarence Dewberry behind the plate, and on the bases, it's Paul Edwards. Both of these guys have had pretty distinguished careers umpiring youth baseball and softball.
Longer than I've been alive.
Swung on and missed on the fastball. So Weiss has been setting up Reyna with a couple off-speed pitches and came with the heat. So how long have these guys been out there calling balls and strikes and plays out there?
You got Clarence Dewberry, who's been out there for 25 years.
This was popped up in foul territory, and Taylor Edwards puts it away for the 1st out.
And Paul Edwards, who's been calling it for 46 years, so practically
Wow.
double my age.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in now is Anessa Quiroz. Weiss in the windup, and this one's popped up as well into right field. The wind got a hold of that one. Marissa Nenu puts that away. And let's go over the defense while we have a second before Brianna Velasquez steps in against Ashley Weiss. From left to right field, Justine Diaz, Chanel Sablan in center. In right, we've already seen Marissa Laniu. Here comes Weiss's first pitch, and that's fouled off, and wow, that's some smoke there.
This is the Duel of fates right here. You got Ace on the mound going against a power hitter in Velasquez, 10 home runs on the year.
We'll get the infield in just a second. Weiss into the wide, and that's fouled off again. Let's go over the infield. Samantha Noriega is at third base for the Colts. Natalie Davila is at shortstop. Leilani Pulenau is at second, and Taylor Edwards, we're very familiar with her already. She's at first base. Ariana Herrera is behind the plate for Ashley Weiss, who pitches, and this one's pop foul down the line, and that falls untouched. So it remains 0-2 to Velasquez.
What Weiss is doing is pretty much attacking these batters and challenging them. They are hitting the ball into play, but a lot of pop-ups, what you're seeing right now.
To Quiros, Ashley Weiss was just toying with her, but now she's going right after Velasquez. Nothing but heat. That was high. 1-2.
Going for the typical high fastball on an 0-2 count, which you normally see when a pitcher's ahead. That's what they'll go ahead and deliver to see if the batter will go ahead and chase since they are behind on the count.
Going fishing. This one's hit down the right field line again. This is in fair territory. Oh, that falls out of the glove of Laniu, but it is foul. That wind just picked it up and carried it.
Carried it over, led along for Laniu. You got the fence coming up there. She was very aware of that, as we see here. Ball flared up, and you can see where she was very cautionary about the fence. Don't want to go ahead and hit it, and couldn't be able to go ahead and put full concentration on the ball to go ahead and bring it down for the third out.
Here comes the 1-2, and that's just missed. Must have been a little high and outside. And now it's 2-2, so Brianna Velasquez hanging tough against Ashley Weiss.
Pretty good battle, what you're seeing right here.
This one's flied into right field again and catches the wind. Taylor Edwards can't get it. It bounces off the wall, and Velasquez is going to end up at least at third base as Tony Dober holds her up there. And let's check on Edwards to see if she's okay. She went awkwardly into that chain link fence. Looks like she's okay. But a two-out triple to right field by Brianna Velasquez. She just, after an 0-2 count, kept fighting back.
What a battle there from Velasquez, and this is their star player out there, as Coach Rudy Aguirre from the Colts is going to go ahead and assist his right fielder, see if she's okay. Trying to go ahead and make her test out her leg. She did look like she landed awkwardly against the fence. And as an outfielder, you want to go ahead and be aware of your surroundings, especially if the ball's traveling near the wall, as you saw previously a couple pitches ago where the foul was towards on the right field side along the fence. You can see where she was very aware of it, but couldn't really bring in the ball because she was too concerned about running into the wall. And as for the ball, it was a beautiful ball hit by Brianna Velasquez as well.
So it's 2 down. Velasquez is at third. And coming up now is Brianna Telemontes, the first baseman.
As we said about both Briannas setting the tone here. This is an opportunity for them to go ahead and put the first runs on the board for the Pirates.
Well, it seems like with 17 wins for Ashley Weiss, you want to get after her in a hurry. So bottom of the first, you have a runner in scoring position, but there's 2 outs. This was fouled back. 1-1. And again, the wind coming right on shore from just to the west of us, not too far away from the beach.
Almost beach season, I'll tell you that, Lou. So bring out your suntan lotion, right?
When is it not beach season here? Come on now. Hit the knees, and that's called strike 2. Nice pitch by Weiss.
Very nice pitch there to Lamontes, because she wants something a little bit more higher into her zone. So it might be an area where Weiss might go back to.
Swung on a miss, strike 3, and that ends the threat for the San Pedro Pirates. So 1 strikeout for Ashley Weiss and no runs on a hit and a Pirate left. Arr. As we go to the 2nd inning, let's take a look at this. Nice
She went
pitch.
after it.
Little breaking ball.
Great pitch there to go ahead and end the threat put on by the Pirates. Great way to go ahead and respond, kept the composure there. And after a triple from Brianna Velasquez, Pirates don't get nothing.
All right, we'll be back with the 2nd inning right after this on KLCS Sports. 2nd inning coming up as Brianna Velasquez fires a fastball to Amy Weiss, and it's into right field and off of the glove of Kiara Murillo, and sliding into second with an error, a 2-base error.
Oh, costly error there as Ashley Weiss. Good connection there on the ball, but this was practically a routine fly that should have been hauled in, and well, luckily at that point she did get hit in the face there. You don't want to go ahead and create errors against this team as well, because they will go ahead and attack and capitalize off of this. So right now the Pirates are put in a early hole with a runner on second base and no out.
So the leadoff hitter is on, and there's a fly ball down in the corner, and it's a fair ball for Leilani Pule now. But no advancement by Amy Weiss down to 3rd base. So it's a long single for Pule now.
That was a very loud single there. And you can see where Coach Rudy was trying to tell Weiss to go ahead and keep running, but Weiss was too unsure of the fly ball.
Nice stop on that low pitch by Quiroz. 1-0 to Marissa Leniu. Up high. 2-0 to the 3rd baseman for the Colts, who come into today's action at 8-0, number 1 in the Marine League, and this one's sent into center field. Gomez has a beat on it. She puts it away, and nobody advancing. Rudy Aguirre is over at 3rd base. He's the head coach.
Good hack from Lanu there. Routine fly ball that was able to be hauled in, putting the first out.
Here comes Justine Diaz, the left fielder. Off-speed pitch, and that's in for a strike. Coaching over at first base is Stephanie Aguirre, Rudy's baby girl. There you see Brianna Velasquez, and Diaz swings, and that goes off of Quiroz.
I've been wondering what happened there. That's why you got that face protector there, Lou.
That's right. Having a good chuckle about it. Clarence Dewberry, the home plate umpire, and then Nessa Quiroz. So it's
Velasquez.
0-2. That was called a strike. Fouled this one back, and it just gets over into 17th Street. You didn't park right there, did you?
Velasquez right now ahead of the count. Took advantage of it early on in the 1st inning, so there's a chance for her to go ahead and perhaps throw in some junk there. But definitely big for them to go ahead and get the 2nd out here.
Colts being patient, swung on a miss, strike 3. Beautiful off-speed pitch by Velasquez, and that's strikeout number 4.
4th strikeout of the game for Velasquez already. We're here only in the 2nd inning, but a big 2nd out there as we see Velasquez throwing in some
change
mean
up
stew right there.
Yeah.
And
that's not fair. Fastball, first pitch to Juliana Espinola. She's the designated player. That was up high. top of the second, 2 out, 2 on for the Colts. Glad you joined us on KLCS. This one hits the brim of the helmet. You could hear that tick the plastic. And that's another good reason they have the face masks.
Yeah, important to go ahead and have those face masks. You start seeing that a lot nowadays, even in the big leagues now, where they have like a protector covering pretty much half their face. Yeah. And I mean, you understand why you don't want to go ahead and see that hit the precious face of these young athletes here. Brush it off, and now you have bases loaded here for Sablon, who is batting over 500 on the year. So big at bat here.
So the bases loaded. Ashley Weiss at third. Leilani Puleano, over at second. And at first is Espinola. A tough cookie there. Up high. 1-1 now to Sablon, who walked and stole first to lead off the game. Looking to get her Colts in the front, and this one sent foul down the left field line.
Velasquez has Chanel right where she wants, ahead of the count. She's been doing very well when she's ahead of the count against these batters. 4 strikeouts already. Can she make it a 5th right here? Or Chanel with this awesome batting average and on base percentage, can she go ahead and score big for her team right here?
Here comes the 1-2, swung on a missed on the heater. And that's strikeout number 5 for Brianna Velasquez. And down go the Colts as they lead the bases loaded.
Big strikeout there for Velasquez, able to go ahead and escape. Bases loaded. Attacking one of the best hitters in the league. Velasquez, a little fist pump there at the end. Why not?
Absolutely. And no runs on 1 hit. 3 left for the Colts. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score on KLCS Sports. Bottom of the second inning, Ashley Weiss will face Sierra Sandoval up at the plate now. Fastball is up and away. Followed by Priscilla Andrade, then JoJo Kraus. So Weiss started things off and ended up being stranded at third in the top of the inning. Looks at a fastball inside. So 2-0. Huge game in the Marine Softball League, with Carson not only #1 in the Marine League at 8-0, they've won 8 in a row. Swung and miss, 2-1 to Sandoval, playing third base for the Pirates. They're #1 in the LA City section and in Division 1 of the City section. San Pedro is #10 in the City section and #9 in Division 1. Swing and a miss. Just couldn't catch up with that Ashley Weiss heater.
Ashley Weiss, I think she feels like a little challenge coming from Velasquez. Remember last time they played, Ashley Weiss 15 strikeouts. Well, Velasquez is up 5 strikeouts to 1 right now. But 2-2 to count, though, is still in favor of Sandoval. Let's see if she can go ahead and make some magic happen, and she got caught looking.
Wow, called strike 3. That pitch looked a little low. Second strikeout for Weiss. And you notice that the Pirates have, let's watch the strikeout here. Let's find out where that, I guess it got enough of the plate to satisfy Clarence Dewberry.
Low and outside, a good area for a pitcher there. Bad area for a batter.
Fastball, and that's outside. To Priscilla Andrade, the left fielder. Now you see the Pirates are have some pink on their uniforms, numbers and letters, and also wearing some other pink attire, as do the Colts. 1-1. So you had a chance to talk to the coaching staff and some of the players about the pink. What's going on with that?
So about 10 years ago, one of the players coming from the Colts who had a total of 4 aunties and their mom One of their aunties and their mom is 2 breast cancer survivors as well, but unfortunately both of her aunties passed away from breast cancer, so they're doing this game in honor of her. It has been going on for about 10 years at this point. That's why you see the ribbons going on for the Colts and the pink jerseys worn from the Pirates. It's a great tradition that they should go ahead and keep going on till forever.
Or at least until breast cancer has been eradicated. Pop up to third base, and Noriega takes care of it. So 2 down, and that'll bring up JoJo Kraus.
See a lot of pop-ups that Weiss has been forcing against the Pirates that you've been seeing, and these are some quick outs. Ashley Weiss, she's going after them today, not wasting any time there. Already 2 outs in the inning.
Fastball right at the knees, thigh high. Strike 1 to JoJo. Yeah, you talk about the community aspect of this, and the pink and the breast cancer and the survivors and the ones who didn't survive, and swung on a missed 0-2. And it's, here they are on the field between the lines, giving everything they have, but you know that they're best friends, and they'll go out and have fun after the game or after school or during the summer in travel leagues. Swung on a missed and a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. Third strikeout for Ashley Weiss.
She is definitely in the zone at this point now, as we see here, up 0-2 on the count. She has Crosswoods exactly where she wants her. Beautiful release there. Cross pretty much in defense mode at this point when you're down 0-2. And we're heading into the third inning, down 0-0.
On KLCS Sports. Top of the third inning we go, and it is Ariana Herrera, the catcher for the Colts, fouling the first pitch off from Brianna Velasquez, 0-1.
As much as we've been praising Carson about how they've been blowing out the Marine League, and you can see they put up a lot of runs here. So for Brianna Velasquez to go ahead and attack them early on here, once again being ahead of the count 0-2 against Herrera, it's quite impressive to see, and she's definitely delivering so far a great game.
Yeah, SPHS softball city champions for 13 times since 1976. Fastball, just got a piece of it, did Ariana Herrera.
It's all about protecting the plate at this point.
Herrera 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first inning. This one sent down the right field line, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit. So a 2-strike base hit as Herrera goes the other way. That is just hit number 2.
And it looks like we have a substitute runner in for Herrera. Desiree Hernandez, which Coach Rudy did emphasize that he will go ahead and sub in, especially for base running. One of the speedsters you want to go ahead and have on base there, but what a job by Herrera protecting the plate, down 0-2, and was able to get herself a single.
Taylor Edwards looks at a belt-high fastball for a strike. Line drive caught, and did we get doubled off? Yes. So that's 2 down. Line drive, so a line drive to 4, and then 4-3. Actually, that was line out 4, and then 4-3.
What a hack there from Taylor Edwards, but it went straight to the second baseman there. Hernandez wasn't expecting that, and oh my goodness, look at the acrobatic play from Brianna Telemontes.
A great stretch.
Good stretch. I mean, this is what these girls are able to do. I know for sure I would not be able to go ahead and do that, make that kind of play there. Practically doing the splits, making that catch.
They'd probably have to get the ambulance out. Davila stepping in. Natalie struck out looking back in the first inning to end the first inning. Pitches high. So second time around, and the Colts are confident dialing in on Brianna Velasquez. A leadoff base hit, and then a smoking line drive, both to the right side of the field. Low to Davila, 2-0, actually 3-0. Popped up, and let's see if that's going to stay. Nope, that goes out of play as Telemontes went over to give it a look.
They gave Davila the green light there. Up 3-0 on the count. Normally you look at that first pitch strike, but they gave her the green light, so they go ahead and swing away. Fouled out.
And that was just high. So a 2-out walk. And Davila is at first. That'll bring up Ashley Weiss. Let's find out where that pitch was. And okay.
Good pitch, a little bit on the outside.
And a little high. Not by
Newberry
much.
definitely didn't feel like that was a strike.
Velasquez smokes a fastball in, but it's low to Weiss, saying, "See, I got a pretty good fastball too, Ash."
Pitcher versus pitcher.
Just missed, low, 2-0. Davila at first with 2 outs. I don't think she'll be a threat to steal, but you never know. This one's fouled onto the street, onto 17th Street. As Ashley Weiss looks like she can put a charge into the ball.
I hope you didn't park your car on 17th Street, Lou.
New and well to the west of us. Snap throw down and safe back under the tag of Telemontes is Davila. But it's 3-1 now to Weiss. Snap throw down. And the next pitch, that's fouled onto 17th Street. So now it's 3-2. So Velasquez battling back, and it's 3-2.
3-2 with 2 outs. Davila should be going on this pitch.
Davila has 1 stolen base in 9 games. Little good luck tapping. That's another part of the girls' game. This one's sent high and deep into left field, and back goes the left fielder, and that is gone. A home run for Ashley Weiss, and it's 2-0 Colts.
Wham, bam, just like that. Ashley Weiss delivering.
That one didn't take long.
That one screamed out of here, especially with this breeze going. You know, it got a little extra boost there. A big 2-out, 2-run bomb, as you see there, right down the middle in Ashley Weiss's zone. And all you can do is just look at it.
Yeah, over the head of Priscilla Andrade onto the storage container out in left field. That's a poke. And for Weiss, that's home run number 5. And with the 2 runs, she has 35 RBI. So the walk comes back to bite Brianna Velasquez and the Pirates. And now stepping in is Leilani Kulenau. Swings and misses.
Last thing you want is for this to go ahead and discourage her. She's been pitching a great game so far. Almost got out of the jam this inning as well with the great double play early on. Unfortunately, she came across Ashley Weiss.
Well, it was also the 2-out walk to Davila. That's what enabled Weiss to come up. But then, you know, Weiss hits the home run anyway, whether if she comes up, maybe she hits a home run again, maybe she doesn't in the next inning. But it's 2-0. And this one's hit high and deep into center field. Back goes Gomez, and it's in the pine tree for a solo shot. Pulley now makes it 3-0 Colts.
And this is what they do, Lou. This is what they do. Once they get that first run on the board, they just don't stop scoring. And just like that, from being 0-0 with 2 outs, 3 runs, back-to-back home runs.
Yeah. It's also
Polino,
right
say goodbye to that one.
And there were no squirrels harmed in the recording of this game in that tree.
You can see the way actually look at that tree where the ball was hit to. You can see how the branches are moving quite well now. Wind sort of picked up a little bit now coming from that ocean breeze, so the ball will be traveling now from here on out, I believe.
Fastball right down the middle. Marissa Leniu, the right fielder, stepping in against Brianna Velasquez. Yeah, you can, well, with the wind blowing out that way, all you got to do is just give it a good shot. Just give it a ride up into that jet stream, and it's going to go. 1-1 to Leniu. We're at San Pedro High, Jimmy Robertson Field. And it's 2-1. Pitch high. Top of the 3rd inning, 3-0. A 2-run home run and a solo shot, back-to-back home runs by the Colts. And this one's in for a strike, 2-2.
Within the blink of an eye, the Colts take a 3-0 lead just like that. That's why they've just been dominating the league this whole year.
Low. Count is full, 3-2. Well, Carson, both girls and boys athletics, have always cranked it up. This one's hit high and deep into left field, and that's going to hit the wall. Picked up by Andrade, and by the time she gets it back in, it's a 2-out double for Leniu, and it's a good thing it didn't go too high. See that? That's just on a rope. If she would have got it up just about another 3 feet, that might have been gone.
The way how the wind's been picking up, definitely. It feels a little bit more air on that. But it was more of a line drive there. A loud double for Leniu.
That brings
the Colts
up
are still looking to go ahead and attack with 2 outs.
Justin Diaz, who swings and misses on a high strike. Diaz struck out in the 2nd inning. Nice stop by Quiroz. It's 3-0 in favor of the Colts. One and one count to Justine Diaz with 2 down. Pitch high. 2-1. Over at second base is Marissa Leniu, and I don't think she's a threat to steal with 2 down, but you never know. This one's poked foul. So both of these clubs have a sense of family. You can tell that all the kids know the adults and they've grown up all together, and that's always good to see. There's off the end of the bat to shortstop, picked up by Reina, and did Telemontes get her? Throw back to third, safe there. So safe at first and third.
A little bit of a slow roller hit by Diaz. This is the type of grounder you want to go ahead and attack and not let it come to you. Otherwise, there's plenty of time for Diaz to get to first base where she is safe. Great awareness, though, by Telemontes, trying to make the play at third, as Leniu was safe on that part as well. But a great 2-out rally here from the Colts. Man, you're talking about the game potentially stepping into the bottom of the third, being tied up 0-0. Now, just like that, it's 3-0 for the Colts. Runners on first and third at this point. Another base hit, add another run, and this is just what they do. This is why they've been so dominant. Once they attack, they will continue to go ahead and attack in. For Coach Dobra, needs to go ahead and rally up his troops.
Dobra is a tall drink of water. He goes, what, about 6'4", 6'5"?
He was looking at me eye to eye when I was talking to him before the game, so he's definitely got some height on him.
And you're what, 6'5"?
Yeah, I'm about 6'5".
6'5", okay. He's using poor little peanut Anessa Quiroz as a leaning post there. Here's the pitch. Snap throw down to third. And the pitch, I believe, was a ball to Juliana Espinola, the designated player. Threatening to run up with a bunt, with a drag bunt, but pulled the bat back in time. It's 2-0. On deck would be Chanel Sablon.
She led off the inning, I believe.
She would be the 9th lady to come to bat. As Ariana.
Oh, there you go. Way to correct me.
And that walks the bases loaded. So 2 walks in the inning. 1 came around to score. Natalie Davila came around to score, and Ashley Weiss's 2-run shot.
At this point, you're just seeing from Velasquez losing a little bit of control there now with the walk.
That'll bring up Chanel Sablon. And she did not bring the bat back. And it's 0-1. There's Brianna Velasquez.
So far, a quiet game from Sablon. It's her 3rd go-around, though.
She has a walk and a stolen base and bounces this one to short. Go the short way to third base, and that'll do it. So on the play, Justin Diaz is out 6-5, and Sablon on the fielder's choice to Sablon. But in the inning, 9 Colts come to bat, and 3 runs on 4 hits. As there you see the tap to shortstop, Reyna to Sandoval. Good play by the Pirates. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Colts with the lead, 3-0 on KLCS Sports. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Colts. They had 5 hits in the top of the 3rd inning, and they left the bases loaded again. So they've left 7 on base. Henny Seller, the designated player, this will be her first at bat, followed by Keila Murillo, and then the flex player, Sofia Gomez. Or the top of the order, and Taya Reyna. Ashley Weiss into her 3rd inning of work. That was a long top of the 3rd, and a fastball in for a strike. So that long 3rd inning didn't affect Ashley's fastball.
Absolutely not, and it's been a minute since we've seen her on the mound since the end of that top of the 3rd.
Fastball up high.
But she's been attacking the Pirates. Been some very quick innings, which you see some very quick outings. It's just like a 1-2 punch. Great pitching and great hitting. And she's the one that got the rally started for the Colts as well with the 2-run bomb.
Well, only 1 hit. That was the Brianna Velasquez triple to right field back in the 1st inning. And then 3 strikeouts. No walks as the Pirates have been popping the ball up. Swing and a miss. And now it's 2-2 to Seller. Weiss got the scoring going for the Colts as she hit that 2-run bomb off of the storage unit. And a swing and a miss as Seller couldn't catch up with that one. 4th strikeout for Weiss, and that'll bring up Kyla Murillo.
You see the strikeouts now are starting to go ahead and add on towards Weiss's stats. 4th strikeout. We're here in the 3rd.
Just outside. Swing and a foul back. So Weiss with 152 strikeouts put on 4, so that's 156 strikeouts.
Check out that war paint on her.
Oh yeah. Bottom of the 3rd, as this one goes into left field, and coming up in a hurry to put it away is Justine Diaz. So 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd.
Right now, this game so far going in the Colts' favor. A little good hack, what you see from Murillo, hoping that could go ahead and drop in front, but nope. Hauled in for the 2nd out. Good job by Diaz.
Reyna, the center, the shortstop, who made a good play to help end the inning, the top of the 3rd, steps in. It's 1-0 to her. Pops it up, and that's going to stay in fair territory. And down go the Pirates in the bottom of the 3rd. So Samantha Noriega puts that one away. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pirates going in order again. And this one's popped up.
You can see
a lot of
Natalie calling everybody off. That's mine, that's mine. Haulers it in.
And we'll go to the top of the 4th inning with the Colts leading the Pirates 3-0 on KLCS Sports. Back here at Jamie Robertson Field, San Pedro trailing Carson 3-0. And first batter is Ariana Herrera, the catcher, followed by Taylor Edwards and Natalie Davila. And just want to go back to the Pirates, as Ashley Weiss is in complete control of this ball game. Only 9 pitches in the bottom of the 3rd inning. There's a strike, 0-2. So 9 pitches, 38 overall for Ashley Weiss. 61 pitches plus 2, so 63 pitches overall for Brianna Velasquez. As this one squirts away from Quiros, it's 1-2.
Definitely sticking it to the former league champions the Colts are doing to the Pirates. It's amazing what Coach Aguirre has been able to go ahead and do after spending 10 years at Banning.
And he knows what he's doing.
Imagine that. Said the fallout at Banning wasn't a good fallout. Came over there, there was an open slot here at Carson, and he definitely turned the program around and got some revenge on Banning as he smoked them last time that the Colts played Banning, beating them 9-2 in their first matchup, beat Banning 10-0.
Wow.
Talk about revenge.
Yeah. And San Pedro, the defending city champions, and this one sent into center field, and the wind took care of that one, and it bounces over the wall, and it'll be a ground rule double for the leadoff hitter, Ariana Herrera. That'll bring up Taylor Edwards.
Once again, sending out Desiree Hernandez. Herrera does a great job getting on base, but because she's a catcher, obviously needs to hurry up and get that equipment on. So what Coach Rudy does, sends out Hernandez as a designated runner. Good hack by Herrera, by the way. Starting the inning off with the double there. And here comes Taylor Edwards.
Also doesn't hurt when you have somebody on the roster who can be a jackrabbit on the bases. And Desi Hernandez. Now that is a ball player's name. I know it's Desiree, but make it Desi Hernandez. That's got a baseball ring to it. That was poked foul. Carson High School, the home of Rams quarterback Vince Ferragamo. The only LA Ram quarterback to lead the Rams to a Super Bowl. His brother Chris Ferragamo was the football coach there for many years. Foul ball to Taylor, it's 1-2.
Rich history in the city of Carson. A lot of success, and it's definitely carrying on over to this girls team right here. Also, what Coach Rudy pointed out, reason why they've been able to sustain success is because of the leaders on this team, the leadership by the seniors.
That was fouled off, just barely got a piece of it as Taylor.
And that's a great way to go ahead and keep that team chemistry, is when you have your teammates amongst you stepping up. It doesn't always have to be the coaches, and it's definitely boiling over.
Well, these Colt hitters are something else. They're aggressive, and they'll at least keep their bat in place by hacking the good pitches off by Brianna Velasquez, who does have 5 strikeouts. But those were in the first 2 innings. Now it's 2-2 as Edwards
it was that first go around where Velasquez was definitely throwing inside the zone. It was just a matter of the Colts getting a hang of it.
And she wastes another one. That's the 5th foul ball. So 8th pitch coming up in this at bat for Edwards. That just tells you how tough these Colts are. That one's up high, and that loads up the count at 3-2. With a runner at second, nobody out. Herrera led off the inning with a ground rule double to center field. This one's a line drive into center, and that's over the glove of Gomez. And that'll here comes Desi Hernandez sliding in, wearing Mike Trout's number 27. And it's now 4-0 in favor of Carson. And we're going to give that.
Good hack by Taylor. Misread by Gomez. She attacked the ball first with that screaming line drive and taking a few steps back. She took a few steps forward. Ball got behind her. Hernandez rounded third and put the 4th run up on the board for the Colts. That was a great battle there put on from Taylor Edwards.
Oh, yeah,
what, a 10-pitch at bat?
25th RBI on the year for Taylor. And that'll bring up Natalie Davila.
Is it Davila or Davila?
Davila.
Davila. Davila. I like that.
She is 0 for 1 with a walk on a run scored. She coaxed a walk out of Velasquez. And this one sent into right field, and that gets by Murillo. She went out first and then came in to score is Edwards on the RBI double by Davila.
You see Natalie takes a good hack there.
You watch this, it falls in front.
Falls in front.
Kiara Murillo, who went back on the ball at first. So now they're going to be a powwow on the mound.
That's where you have to go ahead and protect the ball there. If you're not going to be able to go ahead and reach it, what you got to go ahead and do is put your body in front of the ball just so it won't go ahead and get past you. And you can perhaps save the run there. And right now this game is going into the Colts' favor at this point. This is when they start pulling away from the rest of the teams here.
So it's 5-0. And the Colts are really making Brianna Velasquez work. Ashley Weiss, who is 1 for 2.
The one that got it all started.
With a 2-run home run to left field. Fouls the first pitch off. Ashley hit a 2-2 fastball. And I wonder if that dented that metal storage unit. Right up the chute. Let's see if Quiros can handle it. Nope, it's handled by Talamantes. And that's a huge out for the Pirates.
Huge out, especially known with the capability of Ashley Weiss. Popped up in the air. Talamantes called off her teammate saying she got it, was able to haul it in for the first out of the inning for the Pirates.
Even the pop fouls by Ashley Weiss are hard.
A lot of power.
Usually a foul ball will have a lot of spin on it, but she hit that so hard that it had hardly any at all. That'll bring up Leilani Pule now, and she hits it high into left field. Having a beat on it is Andrade, and puts it away for the second out. As Pule now had a solo home run. As we look at that one, that was thigh high. And Velasquez got away with that one because Puliano just missed hitting that one out.
That was almost about to be her second home run in the game. Andrade was able to go ahead and haul in the routine fly for the second out.
Marissa Leniu, the right fielder, fouls off the first pitch to her. She's 1 for 2, had a double back in the third inning and was stranded at third. Flew out to center field in the second. 2 down, 0-1 to Leniu, and a runner at second for Carson. High, 1-1. So 2 runs on 3 hits in this inning. That one was low. 2-1. Davila at second base. Swing and a miss, and a good fastball by Velasquez. So it's 2-2 with 2 down. Big pitch here for Brianna and the Pirates. That'd be a good name for a band. Here comes the 2-2. Sent into left center field, getting a beat on it is Gomez, and she puts it away for the third out. And that ends the big threat there. But 2 more runs come in on 3 hits. And Natalie Davila was left at second base, and there you see the fly ball. Good shot of Marissa, sending a fly ball to Gomez. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's 5-0 Carson over San Pedro on KLCS Sports. 5-0 in favor of the Colts. 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors for Carson. No runs on just 1 hit and 1 error for San Pedro. Stepping in is number 42, Anessa Quiros, and she sends it high and deep into center field, and back goes Sablan for a home run. That one's out of here. Bye-bye.
That is actually Anessa Quiros with the home run, with the leadoff home run to go ahead and perhaps start the rally. What an awesome shot off of Ashley. right down Main Street. Anissa took advantage of it, sent it off to deep center field. With little help of this wind, was able to head over the fence for her 9th home run of the season. And this could be the start for the rally as you get the 2 best players for the Pirates coming up to bat, with starting off with Brianna Velasquez, and you got Brianna Telemontes coming in afterwards. That's something you don't really see on a usual basis as well. Something a home run hit off of Ashley Weiss. What is
right.
This?
So that's quite an accomplishment right there. As Brianna Velasquez, with her second at bat, had a triple to right field, her first at bat.
Brianna wants to go ahead and help herself out. If you want to help out the pitch, you got to go ahead and tally up some runs, especially against the Colts.
Weiss with a strike. 1-1 now to Velasquez. Brianna doing a terrific job on the opposite end of the mound. Ground ball to short. Backhanded, but off the glove of Davila. And that's going to be a hit, an infield hit. That was too hot of a smash to be called an error.
Tough ball to go ahead and haul in. Coach Dobra.
Just looking at Ashley Weiss's stats, even though she has that impressive 17-4 record and the 1.94 ERA, she's given up 12 home runs, 13 home runs now. So that's one of those things where she's got such a hard fastball that if you get around on it, it's going to go a ways. If you hit it, if you barrel it up.
We're trying to go ahead and bring up Coach Dobra right now, who was here at San Pedro for 28 years before he retired back in 2014. And they called him back this year in April. He had to start back up in April because their current coach, their previous coach before, resigned.
Ouch.
And so they're already 2 games into league, so imagine trying to rally up the troops during such a small time.
He's done a great job. I mean, they're 6-2. They've won 3 in a row. 16-13. Okay. It's there's got to be some sort of a mourning period, then a honeymoon period, which I think they're into now.
Okay.
Comes the pitch, swung on a miss, and a throw down to first, and good stop by Taylor Edwards on that low throw by Herrera. And down goes Brianna Talamantes. And that's strikeout number 5. So Weiss and Velasquez, each with 5 strikeouts, as Sierra Sandoval steps in. Bottom of the 4th, 5-1 in favor of Carson. Strike 1 to Sandoval. And talk about cancer, talk about numbers. Number 4, Bobby Gritch, who played 10 years for the Angels and was such a huge part of it, of that team for many, many years, their playoff teams. And nice dive back by Velasquez. And it's 0-2. He stepped in for Mark Langston on the radio broadcast last night for the Angels. Bobby Gritch did. And I want to send our condolences out to Mark Langston and his family as his mom passed away of cancer. This one sent high up the chute and just out of play.
So the past few batters have been a bit antsy at the plate. Coach Dobra has been trying to go ahead and calm down his batters, especially after the leadoff home run from Anissa Correz. And Velasquez getting on base. The past 2 batters have been rather antsy. As you see Sandoval attacking the plate now. At this point, she's in protecting the plate mode. Down 0-2 on the count.
And with 2 down. Coach Dobra coaching at third base. Sandoval squaring to bunt. Pulls the bat back and looks at strike 3. So that's 2 down. As I was saying, so check it. I was saying there were 2 down, but now there's 2 down for Priscilla Andrade, the left fielder.
Way to throw some junk there from Ashley. Wow. Even made Sandoval flinch when the ball was perfectly pitched down the middle there. And way to go ahead and respond back after allowing the leadoff home run.
Andrade popped out to second base in the second inning in a 1-2-3 inning. So it's 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. 5-1 in favor of Carson. Weiss with the wind in the pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. At the knees, called strike 2. Runner at first is Brianna Velasquez, had an infield hit. But leading off the inning was Anessa Quiroz with a solo home run. Hacked at and fouled straight back. Stays at 1-2.
You hear that thump? I wonder which car it hit out there.
Well, we didn't hear any glass breaking, so that's good news. Noriega in on the bag at third base, as is Taylor Edwards at first, maybe waiting to bunt, but this one's hacked foul again.
Andrade is able to go ahead and put up a battle right here. But Ashley Weiss in position to go ahead and strike out the side after allowing the leadoff home run. Way to go ahead and respond for her.
So Noriega and Weiss getting together before this pitch. And down to second base, and a stolen base for Velasquez. She was going on the pitch.
Velasquez was going, thrown from the knees as Herrera was on target, but I think Davila
This one's popped up, and Taylor Edwards says she has it and puts it away. So Priscilla Andrade made Ashley Weiss work, but 1 run comes across on 2 hits, and Brianna Velasquez is left out at second base. That's the second time she's been left. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, the Colts on top 5-1 on KLCS Sports. Back here at San Pedro High's Jimmy Robertson Field, the Pirates are and the Colts. It'll be Justin Diaz, Juliana Espinola, and then the top of the order and Chanel Sablon facing Brianna Velasquez. 5 runs on 9 hits for the Colts. 1 run on 3 hits for the Pirates. Diaz is 1 for 2. Had an infield hit back in the big 3rd inning. Swing and a miss.
So right now, being down 5-1 here in the 5th inning, this game has a lot of stipulation with it. The Colts, they hold on and win this game. They solidify themselves as the Marine League champions, dethroning the Pirates. And for the Pirates, they need a little bit of a miracle on their side, but they close out Banning next game after this, where they lost at Banning 10-5. So it's you want to go ahead and try to position yourself the best you can for the playoffs. The Pirates, whether they lose the last 2 or split, they should be able to go ahead and make the playoffs, but it's all about positioning at this point.
Fastball is up high, so it's 1-1 to Diaz. And now it's positioning for the playoffs. And it looks like Carson, Banning, and San Pedro are locks to get into the city playoffs, LA City playoffs.
As if this game wasn't big for San Pedro, next week will definitely be bigger since they've been Banning are now tied 6-2, with Banning having a game over them since they won the first head-to-head matchup. So the playoffs practically already started for the Pirates.
That's right. Well, all of these games now are like playoff games. Here comes the 1-2 to Diaz from Velasquez. That's outside. Swing and a miss, and down goes Diaz. Second time she's gone down on strikes, and that's number 6 for Brianna. So Brianna and Ashley both with a half a dozen strikeouts. That'll bring up Samantha Noriega, the third baseman and the flex player. She will bat instead of Juliana Espinola. And that puts on deck Chanel Sablon.
Noriega with the great hack there on the first pitch. You can see she was attacking first pitch no matter what. Fouled off a little bit, upset at herself. She's in attack mode right now, wanting to go ahead and sustain this lead for the Colts.
This is Noriega's first at bat, and that's a seeing eye base hit just under the glove of Sandoval. So one strike base hit.
It's the shivers right there.
Somebody walk over your grave? He just shivered from the inside out like it's coming out of your skin there. Are you okay?
I like to see a good base hit as we see here. Great hack there from Noriega.
That was a nice hit. Nice try by Sierra Sandoval. Now here comes Chanel Sablon, the leadoff hitter, and trying to bunt, but that's a foul ball. But Quiroz, and that's on the spot, still going ahead with the play. Good job.
So far, right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure she has a couple more bats in front of her, but surprisingly a quiet game for Chanel Sablon, a batter who's been batting over 500 the whole season.
565 is, did she hold up? Did she bring the ball back in time? Oh, they called that a ball. She took the bat back in time. As they checked with Paul Edwards out on the bases. No, wait a minute, it's 0-2, okay. So she did go around. Got my signals crossed up there. So Sablon hitting 565 as she pops this up to Velasquez. And that's 2 down.
And 0 for 3 days so far for Sablon as Velasquez.
She's number 1 in
pop-up, straight back to her.
Number 1 in hits in Division I with 34 hits. Number 6 in batting average. And this one's hit high in the air down the line in left field, and Priscilla Andrade puts it away, and that'll be 3 outs. Well, just to tell you, yeah, and then she's has 8 doubles, 4 triples, and a home run for that leadoff hitter, Chanel Sablon. And let's look at this fly ball to Priscilla Andrade. Can of corn. So that's the best inning for Brianna Velasquez since the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 Carson on KLCS Sports. Back at Jimmy Robertson Field on KLCS Sports. Thanks for joining us. A terrific ball game in the Marine League, LA City action, as JoJo Kraus, Hanny Seller, and Kalia Murillo set to step in, or Sofia Gomez. We'll see what Tony Dobra wants to do at the bottom of the order. Swing and a miss by JoJo, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. Ashley Weiss, in her 5th inning of work, has given up 1 run on just 3 hits and has gone just 3 batters over the minimum. So quite a performance by Ashley Weiss, as JoJo can't catch up with that fastball.
Just another day at the office for Ashley Weiss here. Had a phenomenal pitching performance their first meeting, and looking to go ahead and solidify this league champion.
And she can't catch up with that fastball, and down she goes swinging. So that's strikeout number 7 for Ashley Weiss. Hanae Seller stepping in.
Now, so far in league, the Colts are averaging over 12 runs a game. Right now, the Pirates, they have them contained at this point, but another tough task to go ahead and do against the Colts is to score runs, which they've only allowed 6 total runs and only 1 run scored for the Pirates. And at this point, you're asking them to go ahead and match the amount of runs that the Colts have allowed throughout the entire league for them to go ahead and be ahead of this game. So I don't know, are we asking too much of the Pirates to go ahead and perhaps make this comeback happen?
Well, unless Ashley Weiss gets the stomach flu right now, I don't think so. She's pitching lights out. She has a 1.91 ERA in 21 starts. For softball, that is high school softball. That's amazing. Now it's 3-0 as Ashley Weiss, after the strikeout. Now the infield wants to come in and say, what are you thinking
Ashley
about?
Weiss, Coach Rudy Aguirre, definitely put a lot of emphasis on her being a senior. Obviously one of the stars, if not the best player on the team there. Being such a leadership as well as a team captain, and you could just see where the rest of her team's nothing but smiles after that group meeting there, which you see on the mound. They thrive off of her.
Oh, she's the workhorse. I mean, she's pitched 110 innings and has only given up 38 runs, 30 of them earned. And she walks Seller with 1 down.
Could only imagine what schools will be looking at Ashley Weiss.
And Tony
But here's something
Dobra.
positive for the Pirates now, getting a runner on first base now, and gotta need a little spark to go ahead and just add more runs here and there. Time is starting to go ahead and run out for them.
All right, so we're having a substitution.
Well, it looks like that's
Kiara Murillo is being replaced by Kristen Sanchez. Pitch hitting and probably going into right field. Left-hander swings and misses. Hanae Seller is at first base. But at bat, we have a pinch hitter in Kirsten Sanchez, excuse me. Fastball, strike. So Kira Murillo was 0 for 1. Now Sanchez brings the bat back and looks at a ball. 1-2.
Weiss ahead of the count, infield creeping in. Looking like they're trying to go ahead and force a double play. Ball happened right here.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Sanchez. It's almost not fair sending a young lady up there without a whole lot of warm-ups to face that.
First at bat of the game. Weather's starting to go ahead and cool down, so we're coming off cold off the bench, stepping into one of the hottest pitchers in league right now. She's definitely He didn't get up this game with her 8th strikeout after that. Coach Rudy probably saying, let's just go ahead and end this inning right away.
As we go to the top of the order, Taya Reyna, the shortstop, is 0 for 2. She popped up in foul territory to Taylor Edwards at first base in the first inning, and then popped up to Samantha Noriega at third. Grab a handful of dirt, anything to help.
I'll go ahead and get a better grip on that bat, maybe a little bit of extra power there.
And there's a ground ball, and bad hop to shortstop. Davila throws, a nice stretch by Edwards, and that ends the mini threat by the Pirates. Good play by Natalie Davila.
I'd like to go ahead and see this again. Way to go ahead and haul in a bad hop from Davila. As Reyna smacks it. Hits her up in the chest. Still able to go ahead and haul it in. Good throw to first base. Look at Taylor Edwards stretch out.
Nice stretch. So no runs, no hits. A runner left. We'll go to the 6th inning. Carson still with the lead, 5-1 on KLCS Sports. Taylor Edwards will lead things off against Brianna Velasquez in her 6th inning of work. Pitches low for a ball. Edwards will be followed by Natalie Davila, who made the terrific play at shortstop, followed by Ashley Weiss. This one's a bouncer, picked up by Velasquez, throws, got her! Nicely done by Brianna Velasquez.
Got to give a lot of credit to Velasquez here. This is one of the more, the highest scoring team in league right now, and still keeping the game within reach. Great defensive play, attacking the ball there. Tough bounce, firing it there to first base. Taylor Edwards, one of the behind Sablon, actually hitting over 500, before stepping into this game as well.
Good play by Brianna Telemontes as well, as she had to catch that laser.
Imagine catching that heat. It's amazing how they stretch out for that. I'd like to go ahead and see you do that, Lou.
They used to do that. Natalie Davila stepping in. She is 1 for 3, or 1 for 2, I should say, with a walk, but another 1-3 put out. That was a tad easier, but still good range. Let's watch Brianna Velasquez move to her right.
Soft roller back to Velasquez. Routine grounder. Way to make the throw, setting up for the second out.
And 2 quick outs. So let's see if Velasquez and the Pirates can get down Ashley Weiss, because this is where everything started. The wheels started to wobble back in the 3rd inning with 2 down. Ashley, well, she did have a runner on, hit a 2-2 bomb to left field for her 5th home run.
A complete player, just doing it all when it comes to defense and offense. Great pitching so far for Ashley, and great hitting as she continues her hitting streak right here.
Heard somebody in the stands, the dad, say she's hot today. She's smoking hot.
Absolutely. Look at this screamer of a grounder in between the shortstop and third base.
And she was just satisfied to get the base hit, as she'll come off and be replaced by a pinch runner. Alicia Pagaling. I hope I'm not butchering the name, but I do that a lot too. So that's the second hit. Nice catch by Anessa Quiroz on the foul ball, and that'll do it. So Quiroz has been doing a lot. She hit a home run. And
great
also
reaction here from Quiroz. Great concentration, focusing on the ball. Quick reaction there, having to get there as soon as it can before it hit the ground. And now it's a foul out. Easy inning for Velasquez, one of her easier innings. Going
Since
back to the first
inning.
2 innings, she's keeping the game within reach. It's just a matter of the Pirates now getting on board as you see what they can do.
And we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th on KLCS Sports. Bottom of the 6th inning we go, 5-1 in favor of Carson. And Darius Jackson, you were saying just a moment ago that Brianna Velasquez has been keeping the Pirates in the ball game, but all they have to do is get by this young lady who slings in a pitch high and tight to Anessa Quiroz.
Ashley Wise for the Colts is definitely on it today, both hitting and pitching, especially pitching now because the bats aren't your usual typical day at the office for the Colts, as only 5 runs put up on the board. A great performance from Velasquez. But right now, Pirates' time is running out for them. They need to go ahead and start rallying up and put some runs on the board for them.
Quiroz with a solo shot to lead off the 4th inning. And that's the only blemish on Ashley Weiss today. Little low as Ariana Herrera held it there for Clarence Dewberry, but he wasn't buying. So Anessa wearing number 42, and that's Jackie Robinson's number.
Hey, more power to her. If this is honor of Jackie, that would be great.
You know, that's numbers retired all throughout the major leagues. The last player to wear that, Mariano Rivera of the New York Yankees. And that's 3-1, a strike right down the middle as she was taken all the way. Anessa made a terrific play to end the inning by getting that pop foul against the screen, and she swings and misses, can't catch up with that one. And she wanted to tie up the ball game with the or take the lead with a 5-run home run. But last time I checked, I don't think you can do that. Here comes a big pitch. Nicely done, holding off on that fastball, as that was probably coming in big as a beach ball, but good concentration by Quiroz. And she has a leadoff walk, so they're in business.
Chest high. Able to go ahead and start the bottom of the 6th with the leadoff walk. Now talking about a rally here, you're entering your 2, 3, and 4 to go ahead and start off the inning here. You get your number 2 batter on board with the leadoff walk. Now you have, well, your power hitter leading the team in home runs with 10 on the year, Velasquez, who's been doing actually a rather solid job when it comes to pitching as well. See if she can go ahead and make some noise. She did have a triple and a very hard hit single to where Davila couldn't go ahead and hold on to the ball.
Pinch runner, as you saw, nice snap throw from Herrera down to Edwards, is Lexi Gallardo. She's a freshman and a catcher, so see if she'll stay in the whole game as we see this one. That was a pitch out there. Velasquez looks at strike 1. Brianna's been on twice. She tripled back in the 1st inning and was stranded there. Then had an infield hit and a stolen base in the 4th inning, so she's 2 for 2. And she's 3. Oh, boy. Nicely done on this smoking line drive by Marissa Naniu.
These are one of the bats where it's like a win-win. You get a very solid hard hit from Brianna Velasquez. Unfortunately for her, it was a great defensive play there from Marissa Lemieux.
That'll bring up Brianna Telemonte.
Maybe that was a bit of revenge for the triple that Velasquez hit earlier towards her way. She said, nope, not again.
That's right. Telemontes has been quiet. She struck out swinging both times. Runner at first is Lexi Gallardo. And this one's sent high into center field. Back goes Sablon at the wall and makes the catch.
hard hit from Telemontes. And Sublime able to go ahead and concentrate. Just what I like. I like to go ahead and see a nice, good fly ball hauled in, making it look too easy out there.
As he did, on the other side, Telemontes just missed getting a home run. Hit it to the deepest part of the yard. Swing and a miss as Sierra Sandoval can't catch up with that Ashley Weiss fastball. Sierra is 0 for 2. She struck out looking both times, in the second and then in the fourth. 7 strikeouts for Weiss as this one's fouled back. 0-2.
Now, if there was an opportunity for the Pirates to get back into this game, that was the last at bat from Telemontes, where that was almost over the fence there, and that would have been a 2-run game, and it could have been a whole different story. But now it's 2 outs, and your 2-3-4 batters blew by.
This one's popped up. Taylor Edwards is calling for it, and she puts it away, and down go the Pirates in the 6th inning.
Could that possibly be the Pirates' last chance? I mean, you get your beef of the lineup. No runs put up there on the board. So pop-up hauled in by Taylor Edwards to go ahead and close off the inning.
That's right. And as we go to the top of the 7th inning, no runs, no hits. We have a runner left. And we go to the top of the 7th, 5-1 Carson on KLCS Sports. And wouldn't you know it, the person who makes a good play in the outfield or in the field comes up to lead off the inning as a reward. Marissa Lemieux, who made that great catch on the line drive by Brianna Velasquez, steps in. It's 0-1 after she fouled the first pitch off. And swings and misses. It's 0-2. 5 runs on 11 hits and 1 error for the Colts. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors for the Pirates. Fastball up high, 1-2. Ashley Weiss and Brianna Velasquez in a pitcher's battle, that's for sure. Just 2 innings, especially the 3rd inning, when 9 Colts came to bat, but only 3 runs came across as they left the bases loaded.
If San Pedro won't be able to go ahead and pull out a miracle.
Under the glove of Davila, and a leadoff base hit for Lemieux.
If the Pirates aren't able to go ahead and pull off a miracle right here, a comeback against the Colts, as we see a nice hard hit from Marissa Lemieux. Unable to go ahead and haul it in is Reyna, the shortstop, and the easy on-base access for Lemieux. The Pirates will definitely have to be looking over the results of the Banning Narbonne game for the battle of second place at this point, as they are tied with Banning with the 6-2. And with the loss here, if the Pirates cannot pull out a victory, they'll be 6-3. If Banning loses, they'll be 6-3 as well, with a huge game coming next week. But Banning is a very, very good squad, and if we ever find out the results, most likely coming away with the win against Narbonne.
Well, yeah,
they're going to have to be playing catch-up next week, or this week.
Swing and a miss, and strike 1 to Natalie Tozo, who's pinch hitting now in for Justin Diaz, and will probably go in and play in left field.
Good hack
that's
there.
Strike 2, 2-2. So Brianna Velasquez battling back as the sun pops through again, but the shadows are starting to creep onto the field just past the third baseline. Swing and a miss, and down goes Natalie Tozo. And that's
for the Colts, if
strikeout
they're able to go ahead and hold on to this game. They won't have to go ahead and look back at the leagues because this will solidify them as league champions. That's
Pop up by Samantha Noriega. And, ooh, just a bit of a snow cone job by JoJo Kraus grabbing that one. So it's 2 down with a runner at first and Lemieux. So Noriega, the flex player in the batting order. That'll bring up Chanel Sablon, the other Player of the Year honors in the Marine League in the LA City section on the Colts. The other one being Ashley Weiss. Again, Chanel is #1 in hits in the city section.
Let's see if she can get her first hit today where...
Yeah, she's been shut down. So
Velasquez, another good inning, great outing from Velasquez actually. Getting 3 solid innings now after allowing 5 runs within those 2 innings. Last chance right here.
So it'll be last call for the Pirates as no runs on a hit and 1 lady left for the Colts. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Carson on top on KLCS Sports. Last call for the San Pedro Pirates, as Darius was saying. San Pedro, Carson actually should be the league champions if they hold on to win.
Talking about dethroning the defending league champions as well, doing it in the classic fashion, and definitely once again going back to Coach Rudy Aguirre for the Colts. I mean, how much of an accomplishment that would be after 10 years spent at Banning. A little bit of a fallout there. 2nd year here for the Colts, becoming league champions and first in the division.
First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Priscilla Andrade. Then it'll be JoJo Kraus and Hanae Seller or Christian Sanchez. Priscilla is 0 for 2, sends this one into center field a long way, and this is going to bounce off the wall. Sablon can't catch up to it, and a leadoff double for Priscilla Andrade. So that's her first hit of the day. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Just like exactly what you said, couldn't have come in at a better time. Andrade able to go ahead and hit between the gaps of right and center field. Sablon not able to go ahead and haul it in. Good thing she was able to go ahead and stay on her feet. But a standing double for Andrade to start the inning off. And how about that for the bottom half of the lineup to go ahead and rally up the troops. They're going to need 4 runs to go ahead and do so.
Well, that's right. Well, they can certainly try to do that, as they have the bottom of the order, and they're not bad.
If Ashley Weiss can go ahead and hold on to this lead right here, we'll hold them to a 1 run allowed. Just another phenomenal pitching performance from her.
Here's JoJo. Ground ball to second, picks it up, does Pellegrino, and throws it over to Edwards for the out. But that is almost like a swinging bunt, as that gets Andrade over to third base. 4-3 on the putout. Kraus ends her day 0 for 3, but at least she got her bat on the ball, and that'll bring up Hanae Seller, the designated player.
Positive thing about that, you advance the runner, but the negative about it is that, well, outs are very valuable to you at this point for the last inning.
First pitch to Hannah. Hanae is a strike. So 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. And that fastball is just tough to catch up to. This is only the 3rd Pirate to reach third base today in Priscilla Andrade. That's how well Ashley Weiss has been pitching. This one sent foul off the screen as she caught up with that one, but it's still 0-2.
Ashley Wise doesn't even look phased that there's a runner on third base at this point. Up 0-2 on the count. She wants to send this one home.
Wants to bring it home. That run really doesn't matter right now. And that's high, and look out. There's a great throw by Ariana Herrera.
I don't even
Looking
think
like Manny Sanguin of the old Pittsburgh Pirates. Doing that from a kneeling position, just firing the throw down to Noriega. 1-2 to Weiss, from Weiss to Seller, and it's 2-2. One down, Andrade at third after the leadoff double. Fouled back.
good battle right here for Seller.
Now this is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat for Seller. Squaring to bunt, brings it back. Another snap throw, and just in under the tag is Priscilla Andrade. And down goes Seller on the strikeout. That's number 8.
2-2 game on the line. Any pitch that looks close to a strike, you don't even want to take a chance to look at it.
Kristen Sanchez steps in.
At this point, it's defense mode for Seller. Don't want to go ahead and go down looking there. So now the Pirates are down to the last out.
Andrade at third, Sanchez at the plate, and Weiss throwing nothing but gas.
Still bringing that heat, and here we are in the 7th inning. Looking to go ahead and close this one out.
That's the only thing that's hot right now. It's getting cool right on this field here. She is cooking with gas. Another snap throw, but Andrade diving back.
We got 2 out.
1-2.
Herrera making this very uncomfortable for Andrade. But with 2 outs, you want to get this one out.
Just missed outside, 2-2 with 2 down. Well, Priscilla is going to be busy in the laundry room tonight. 2-2 with 2 down. This one's popped down the left field line, and that's going to fall in for an RBI single. So the Pirates aren't done yet. Andrade comes in to score, and that makes it 5-2 Colts. So Kirsten Sanchez, the new center fielder flex player,
You see Murillo.
gets an RBI single.
Murillo, clutch single here, down to the last out, knocking in Andrade. And here we are at the top of the lineup for the Pirates, down by 3 with the runner on first. Kristen Sanchez, excuse me.
That brings up the top of the order, and that's what Weiss didn't want to do. But swinging and missing is Taya Reyna, the shortstop, and she is 0 for 3.
If there's a chance for her to get her first hit, well, now it comes at a no bigger time than this.
If anything, the sun is going to be affecting the right side right now as the sun goes further down. And that's 1-1. The right fielder, the second and first baseman for the Colts are going to have to look right into the sun if anything is put up in the air that way. Ground ball to short, picked up by Davila, throws across, and out at first base is Reyna. And also out are the Pirates, as the final score of this one is 5-2. But I tell you what, Darius, the San Pedro Pirates didn't go down without a fight.
Absolutely, they absolutely not. Look, if you tally up the whole entire league total coming into this game, they've outscored Marine League, and I said this numerous amount of times, 100-6. The fact that this is a 5-2 game, Pirates, they gave it their all. You got to go ahead and give these girls a bunch of credit. Brianna Velasquez as well, serving it up on the mound, containing the Colts, but this shows you the dominance of the Colts, and especially Ashley Weiss, who had herself a home run to go ahead and start the run scored on the board for the Colts, and as well as holding the Pirates to only just 2 runs, pitching a full game there, tallying up another win to her stat. They definitely deserve this. Congratulations to Coach Aguirre. I've been mispronouncing his name the whole entire game, but luckily, thanks to this great crew for correcting me. And he deserves it. Deserves it after 10 years spent at Banning. How about this to go ahead and shove it back to the former program?
That's right. And also want to thank the manager for San Pedro, who helping us out a lot. Mario is the manager there. So we're at number 33. Do you have his last name there, don't you? I know you took it down.
Mario Caspres.
Mario. Thanks, Mario. Appreciate that. I also appreciate the Colts assistant coaches as well, as they are coached by, there he is, Coach Rudy Aguirre, and his daughter coaching as well. So we're going to wrap this up right after this, but first want to tell you that the final score was 5-2 in favor of Carson. They are now 9-0 in Marine League and 21-7 overall. And San Pedro falls to 6-3 and 16-14 overall. That snaps their 3-game win streak. So we'll be back with the post-game show and wrap this up from San Pedro High and Jimmy Robertson Field right after this on KLCS Sports. What a ball game we had here at Jimmy Robertson Field on the campus of San Pedro High School. Carson Colts take this one 5-2. The winning pitcher was Ashley Weiss, and she goes now to 18-4. But let's go out to Darius Jackson, and he has a couple of guests out there from Carson.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm on the winner's side here, the Carson Colts. Well, they've now officially won league, Marine League now, undefeated 9-0. I'm going to start off here with Coach Aguirre. I finally corrected his name there. Coach, once again, congratulations. So we were bringing up on how you spent 10 years at Banning, and then now it's your second year winning league, accomplishing and looking to go ahead and achieve bigger goals here. How are you able to go ahead and keep this team focused throughout the whole entire season and making them accomplish a goal like this?
You know, it's our team captains. We have 3 Ashes, 1 Chanel Sablon, and Alasia. We have 3 really good team captains. They lead by example. They push the girls. They're actually like my 4th and 5th coach. They're out there, getting the girls ready and, getting them pumped up for the game. And, Ashley is our #1 pitcher. I think the last time we played Pedro, we had 15 strikeouts. So I'm just trying to bring back the, I think Carson had 4 championships that they won, and I'm just trying to bring it back to Carson. I mean, we're the powerhouse.
Absolutely. And in regards to today's game now, so before stepping into today's game, you guys been just taking over league, and this is surprisingly a closer matchup compared to all your other league matchups here. What was the difference that you saw from what the Pirates brought to you guys today?
They started getting on top of the plate. They were taking away her curveball. And Coach Tony Dober, he's a legend here. I mean, he had the team for about a month, and, he changes things around. And they were actually really good last year, but, you have Dober here that's a legend, and he's a really good coach. So, we knew we were going to be in for a game today. So, we knew we expected the people to come out a lot stronger than they did last time.
Absolutely. Well, once again, Coach, congratulations to you. Now, mind you, if I pass it over to literally the hottest player out there on the field today, literally on the bat and on the pitching mound, Ashley Weiss. Ashley, now, come on, you got to tell me, what was the preparation? I know you don't want to go ahead and give out your secret there. Just what was your preparation coming into today's game?
We had to be aggressive. We had to come out strong. We knew we had to start off on top and not get behind on the count or on defense or on offense.
Okay, so as Coach said about you being a team leader, When you took that approach now senior year, did you really embrace that approach, or was it sort of something that had to come along to you as the year went by?
I like to lead by example, and action. So I like to be a leader in the circle.
Yeah, it clearly showed, obviously, setting the tone, especially with that 2-run homer. Go take us through that experience there. I mean, when you saw it there, you connected on it, it felt good as soon as it left the ball, huh?
Yeah, it was a full count, so it felt even better.
Absolutely. And how about the pitching performance? Come on. Was it were you just feeling it up there on the mound as soon as the game started?
Yeah, they helped me with support. I knew they were going to come up strong, so I had to support them on the circle.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations and good luck to you guys both in the playoffs. As for you guys, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Darius. And Ashley Weiss, our player of the game, congratulations. She's a senior. She's undecided as far as where she wants to go to school, four-year school, but she's been looking at Dominguez Hills, which is down the street, and Alabama in the SEC, and then Paradise. She's thinking about going to Hawaii, University of Hawaii. And man, that would be the Big West. So that would be a couple of trips to the mainland every year. So can't go wrong with either one of those. But Ashley Weiss, here's her line. She's now 18-4, and probably lowers that ERA of 1.91. She went 7 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, and on 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, and gave up a home run to Anessa Quiroz. And as far as Brianna Velasquez, she went to 6 innings and gave up 7 innings, She went 7 innings, gave up 5 runs on 12 hits, 7 strikeouts, and a walk. But the big deal, Carson takes the Marine Softball League with a 9-0 record, and they have one more game. And San Pedro will take on Banning, and that's a battle for second place, as now San Pedro falls to 6-3 in league, and Banning is at 6-2 right now. But we'll see where they are after their game today. Line score: 5 runs on 12 hits and an error for Carson, 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors for the Pirates. And again, our player of the game, Ashley Weiss, she had a 2-run home run. That's all she needed to pitch a complete game, again with 8 strikeouts today. And so that gives her I believe that gives her 160 strikeouts on the season. So congratulations to Ashley Weiss and the Carson Colts, and I'm sure that they're going to be heavy favorites going into the playoffs for LA City section and Division I title as well. Well, that's going to do it from Jimmy Robertson Field on the campus of San Pedro, where I want to thank Darius Jackson and Tom Strickfaden and the award-winning KLCS TV crew, sports crew, and I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again the final score from San Pedro High School: Carson 5, San Pedro 2. Until next time, so long.